At first, this case looked simple: a brutal attack, 2 officers, no witnesses. But what investigators uncovered next didn't just break the case, it exposed one of the most shocking investigative failures in modern history. Stay with me, because this story does not end the way you think it will. April 2007. A quiet weekday afternoon in a peaceful European city. Officer Martin Keller, 25 years old, sat inside his patrol car with his partner, enjoying a routine break. Nothing unusual, no active calls, no urgency, just another slow day. The park in front of them was nearly empty. Then, everything changed. Without warning, the rear doors of their patrol car were pulled open. 2 figures, armed, no hesitation. Gunfire erupted inside the vehicle. Seconds later, silence. Backup units flooded the scene within minutes. 1 officer was dead, the other, barely alive, rushed to the hospital, unconscious. Detectives immediately began processing the scene. They searched everything, but there was nothing. No one saw anything, no one heard anything useful. It was as if the attackers had appeared and vanished. With no leads, investigators turned to the last option: DNA. Swabs were collected from inside the patrol car and sent to the lab. Weeks passed. Then the results came back. And everything changed. The DNA matched a profile already known to law enforcement. A woman, an unknown woman, a suspect tied to years of unsolved crimes across multiple countries, break-ins, robberies, even murders. She had no name, no identity, no face, just DNA. Investigators had been tracking her for over a decade. And now, she was linked to the shooting of 2 police officers. A special task force was formed, resources poured in, cases were reopened, patterns were analyzed, and slowly, a picture began to form. The suspect was likely female, possibly connected to drug activity, often worked with accomplices. But there was one major problem: she left behind only one thing: DNA. No fingerprints, no witnesses, no confirmed sightings. In some cases, witnesses even reported seeing a man, not a woman. Nothing made sense. It was as if this person existed only as biological evidence. For years, the investigation continued. Thousands of hours, millions spent. The case expanded across borders. More crimes were linked, more DNA matches appeared, and still, no suspect, no arrest, no answers. Just one haunting question: how do you catch someone who leaves no trace except DNA? Then, in 2009, a call came in from another country, a separate investigation, a burned body, unidentifiable. But when analysts tested DNA from related evidence, they found something impossible: DNA from 2 completely different individuals, mixed in a way that shouldn't exist. That's when everything started to unravel. Investigators dug deeper, not into suspects, but into their own process. And what they discovered was almost unbelievable. The DNA wasn't coming from a criminal. It was coming from the tools used to collect evidence. Cotton swabs, mass-produced, contaminated during manufacturing. At the factory, a worker had unknowingly left her DNA on thousands of swabs. Those same swabs were shipped to crime labs across multiple countries, used in investigations, collected as evidence, and linked to crimes that had nothing to do with each other. There was no mastermind, no serial killer, no faceless woman, just a chain of errors. For years, investigators chased a ghost, a person who never existed. Meanwhile, real cases went unsolved. Real killers walked free, and one of the largest investigations in modern history collapsed under a single truth: the evidence was wrong.